Let us now have a look on the characteristics of carbon atom. Now, why carbon is important in organic chemistry? Okay. Now, if I look into carbon, carbon forms a very large number of compounds. Now, why carbon forms a very large number of compounds? Just now I said because of these special characteristics of carbon. Okay. And which is that special characteristics? These five are the special characteristics. Already have explained about catenation. Let us have a look in detail about catenation and all the other characteristics. The first one is tetravalency. Now, tetravalency of carbon is what? Now, carbon in all, it has a 6 electrons, right? Total number of electrons in carbon. The atomic number of carbon is what, students? It is the atomic number of carbon is 6. So, 6 means there will be in all 6 electron. So, if I need to write down the electronic configuration, I'm going to write down 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1. Now, this is the electronic configuration. I have written it on the basis of Aufbau principle. In my previous lecture, you can just go through the other course wherein I have explained the Aufbau principle and how to use the Aufbau principle. Okay. Now, 1s2 means 2 electrons are present in this orbital, that is S. 2s2 means this 2 electrons are present in 2s orbital. 2px1 means 1 electron, and then Y means again 1 electron. Right. Now, suppose if I just allow this electron to move from 2s to 2p, right? There is no electron in 2py. It is empty. So what I can do is I can allow this one electron, it can jump from S to P. Okay, so when it jumps from S to P, the S orbital is now what? It is unpaired, and now P is also unpaired. So total I can see now there are 4 electrons, 4 half-filled electrons. Half-filled, or I can also say unpaired electrons. Now in chemistry, always remember anything which is unpaired or half-filled, okay, it needs an electron, okay, it needs electron to pair up, or in other words, to become stable. Now we know one more concept, that is the octet rule, right? So based on the octet rule also, I can explain this concept. Now carbon, as I said, it has 6 electrons, 2 in the inner shell, 4 in the outermost shell. Now 4 electrons it has in the outermost shell. So definitely, according to octet, it needs 4 more electron. So what is going to happen? It can either gain 4 electron, or it can lose 4 electron, or it can share 4 electron. Okay, now what is going to happen out of these three? It is going to share 4 electron. Okay, because gaining and losing 4 electrons, it requires a lot of energy. So instead of that, carbon, it is going to share 4 electrons, okay, with some other element, right? And then if it is sharing 4 electron, it will take up this 4 electron, and then the entire octet will be complete. Okay, this is the lower standard knowledge we have studied. Okay, and what this one is the Aufbau principle, because after this chapter you may come across a lot of concept related to electronic configuration, right? So electronic configuration, now you need to write down in terms of Aufbau principle, in terms of orbitals. So again, coming back to the topic, I can see there are 4 half-filled. So each and every orbital, it should be filled to become stable. Okay, so it needs 4 electrons, right? Now suppose if I take the example of methane. Now we know this is a carbon. Carbon, the 4 electrons are present in the valence shell, and these 4 electrons, it needs 4 more electrons, right? So what is going to happen, students? 4 electron means, suppose if I take hydrogen. So hydrogen, this cross is the electron of hydrogen. The atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So hydrogen, it has only 1 electron in the valence shell. So hydrogen will share its 1 electron, and then the carbon, okay, this 1 electron. Again, this electron of carbon and 1 electron of hydrogen, 1 electron of hydrogen, 1 electron of hydrogen. Now what has happened? Now if I look into carbon, okay, around carbon, I am having total number of electron is 8. That means the octet of carbon is complete, right? And at the same time, the hydrogen also, it should be stable. I mean to say, if I look into hydrogen, each hydrogen, it contains now 1 and 1, that is 2 electrons, right? That means the duplet for the lower elements, okay, remember the elements which are having lower atomic number, there we are going to consider duplet, not octet. Octet means 8 electron, duplet means 2 electrons, right? So in this case, I can say that carbon, it is what? It is having 4 valence electrons. So it is a tetravalent in nature. And then the species which is a tetravalent in nature, or if I need to write down the structure of methane, okay, this is the structure of methane. Just now I showed you the electronic structure. This is the bond structure. Okay, I have put the bonds. This is the actual structure of methane. In methane, the carbon atom, it undergoes sp3 hybridization. Okay, entire thing related to hybridization I have explained in the inorganic chemistry course in the chapter chemical bonding. Okay, now over here, sp3 means total number of bonds will be how much? 1s and 3p, total 4 bonds, right? And then over here we have a 4 bonds on this carbon, and that is the reason why carbon it is showing what? sp3. And then in chemical bonding, we have studied whichever is sp3 hybridized, it will be showing regular tetrahedron structure. And then the bond angle is 109 degree and 28 minutes. Okay. So this is the simple information related to tetravalency of carbon. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for the full course and drop your question in the comments. And don't miss the next video in this series. It's linked right here on the screen. Keep learning and I'll see you in the next one.